Eleceed, created by Jiwoo, San, and Zena, follows Jiwoo, a lonely 17-year-old high schooler whose only friend are stray cats he feeds in his neighborhood. Due to his mysterious power, he's isolated himself from others until he found an injured fat tabby cat, who he nurses back to health, only to then discover that this cat is actually a human awakened named Caden. And not just any awakened, but the strongest superpowered individual in the world, trapped in a cat's body. This story sees our lovable protagonist discover more of the world he never knew he was a part of. We as the audience get to see as he grows and learns to properly use his power he feared so much. This manga is honestly one of my all-time favorites, currently sporting 199 free chapters on Webtoons. It makes for a great entry into the power fantasy genre, and one I was more than thrilled to bring up to your attention. The power system in Eleceed takes the My Hero Academia concept, where Awakened are born with an innate power and capacity to use said power, such as super speed, super strength, ice powers, wind powers, etc., etc., etc. But then goes a step further by saying this innate power can grow and even change with enough training. Therefore, you take a person who is born with, say, wind powers, and they can learn from a water user and suddenly use water powers. So kind of like talent meets training equals power, which is a very simple yet elegant system, which makes it very much enjoyable to watch because it's not out of the terms of reality. Everything kind of makes sense. It all goes back to the little organ they have in their chest called a force core, which is basically the organ that produces energy throughout their body to be able to use their power. They can then regulate the energy in different ways depending on where you learn from. For example, Jiwoo, he starts off with super speed, but only for 5 seconds. Being a power that's not innately overpowered, it's a power that he has had all of his life but not used frequently, so it's not extremely strong. But through the teachings of his feline mentor, he gains the ability to also use lightning powers on top of that, showing an innate ability for 2 different elements. To add on top of that, with the secrecy between all of the Awakens in the nation, not every Awakened has the same knowledge about how to grow that power, because it's all held within the tight different factions of Korea and throughout the world, making it a even more unique and interesting power system. Because yes, anyone can learn a power, but not everyone's privy to that information, nor do they have the talent to even begin to understand it. Moving on to world building, Eleceed is set in the actual modern day Korea, specifically I believe the Seoul area, and frankly, as you move on to the system, you start to notice that unlike Harry Potter, where they have a secret wizarding society, secret alleys, secret castles, Awakened are actually very much integral to the part of the society that they're in. For instance, we are introduced to Ji Young, a territory leader in Korea and CEO of a normal company, showing that most Awakened hold positions of power both in normal world and the Awakened world, giving them access to essentially influence how the normal people not only see what they want them to see, but showing that with that kind of power, they can utilize it to actually express their resources in different ways without giving away their secrets. Because like the Harry Potter world, not everything is as it seems. And while a human, like 2 normal humans can birth an Awakened, 2 regular Awakens will always birth an Awakened, and a mixed parent will sometimes birth an Awakened. It's a very much, once you're in that world, you're a part of the world, and they bring you into it to keep everything secret. So it's very much a unique system, unique way to build the world through like, hey, we're integral to the human world, but we are separated from the human world. And I kind of really enjoy that concept. So this part right here is going to be full of some spoilers. If you want to skip ahead, the timestamp will be right here next to my head. But yeah, Eleceed, it focuses directly on Jiwoo and his growth and his friend's growth as he learns more and more from Caden and learns more and more from the people around him. He ends up really reshaping how a lot of people act and think towards each other, where originally someone who is unaffiliated with a guild would have no place near anyone that strong. He actually not only becomes that strong to be able to face those people without being affiliated with anyone, he gets even stronger than that throughout the entire manga's run. And so I definitely think that he's going to end up becoming a high ranker. But I think on top of that, I think he may even change the way that the world views high rankers. I think he may change the complete mentality of the Awakened as a whole, just with his positive outlook, which would be a great end to the story. I don't know how far the story is really going to go. It's already 199 chapters. I do hope it goes on for a good while. That is something I kind of love about these manga, that they actually continue well past where most manga probably would have stopped. Eleceed's honestly a really great manga. I highly recommend it. It's already been viewed by over 200 million people with 1.6 million active readers today, sporting a 9.96 rating on Webtoons itself. Honestly, this series sports, great intrigue, world building, character growth, and a cast of characters that I really love to watch and read, both from the slice of life aspect, the battle aspect, the power aspect, everything. It's just such a treat to enjoy and read. I highly recommend it. If you haven't checked out the series yet, please do. I give the series a 9 out of 10 on my personal rating, and I would honestly recommend adding this to your watch list today. If you like this video and you want to see more weekly Webtoon videos, leave a like down below and tell me what's your favorite Webtoon. Alright guys, y'all have a great day, and thank y'all for watching. Hey, for those who don't know, I just want to go and pop in at the back of this video real quick and say that I just started a Patreon. Huge shout out to my first Patreon supporter, Jolly Outcast, one of my closest friends of the past few months. You really didn't have to do that, but I did want to go and give him a quick shout out at the end of the video. If you want to check out my Patreon or my Ko-fi or any other way to support my channel, definitely check in the links below. And again, huge shout out. Love you, Jolly. Thank you so much.